Disc golf accessories, why we need them, what they're for, what we can do with them as far as, improving our game. Disc golf bags, disc golf markers, disc retrievers, disc golf towels. There's a bunch of them. We'll cover all of them. First, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's very, very easy to do. In fact, it's a lot easier than drying off a disc. So I encourage you all to do that before we get started. And with that being said, disc golf accessories it is. Let's dig in. A little disc golf marker is a good idea if you want to get into the more rules side of the game, following along with the PDGA guidelines, and there are a lot of them. So, but anyway, this is a good little marking tool for you to use whenever your disc hits the ground. You can mark yourself, and then you can move around, check your angles and all that without having to, worry about your disc getting kicked or moved or anything like that. And as a simple little instructional here, you simply place your marker at the front tip of your disc here. Obviously, the basket's down that way. Pull your disc up and you're ready to go, ready for your next shot. A good disc retriever is definitely one you want to add to your disc golf tool kit. I often think sometimes getting out there on these wet courses that have a lot of water hazards on them, you might as well just wear a wetsuit, but that's where a disc retriever comes in handy. I actually lost mine and didn't have a disc retriever to retrieve my disc retriever, so I would highly advise you to keep it in your car. If you got one of those telescoping ones, that's great, something you can bring along with you or whatever, but it's good to have it out on the course with you no matter what, because you never know where that disc is going to go, especially as a beginner when you're swinging a little bit wild and your disc is ending up out of bounds a lot, or if it ends up in the water or even up in a tree. You got that little bit of extra length you can stretch out and get that disc back for you. I think it's really important to have one of these. Then, of course, there's the disc golf towel. This is a much needed item in your bag. You got to deal with morning dew, you have to deal with rain, snow, sleet, all conditions that none of us would normally play in until you really get into the game of disc golf and you discover that you want to play in some of those conditions. Either way, if you go out and play in the morning and stuff, you're going to deal with the wet grass and things of that nature, and it's always good to have a towel with you. You'll hear some disc golfers tell you that it's best to use a microfiber towel. I find that to be a little disingenuous because believe that to be a little disingenuous because microfiber doesn't necessarily dry off some of the plastics as well. Remember, there are a lot of different plastics in disc golf, so some of them a microfiber towel just doesn't seem to work as well with to me. That's why I prefer a regular type of towel. On the small side, just keep it in your bag, easy to transport, no big deal. And of course you have to have your disc golf bag. This happens to be mine. It's a dynamic disc trooper. The thing is, there are about, I don't know, thousands of these different types of bags. And of course there's always the super duper highly durable, long-lasting, completely free Dollar General bag that you could use as well, but I prefer to stick with the real deal. Make a lot of these things, make them a lot bigger and make them a lot smaller, but having a disc golf bag with you, it takes a load off your shoulders, especially when you're really building up your rep. Now, just to piggy off of the disc golf bag thing I was talking about earlier, a lot of players like to convert things like little dollies and stuff into pull behind carts, and then they just strap their bags onto those, or they purchase those disc golf sleeves which you can velcro to the dolly thing and then slide your discs right into the top, or they make a big combination of all of them, especially players who like to bring 150 discs out to the disc golf course. I never understood. So those are all your primary ones, but I did want to go over a few bonus accessories, and I call them bonus accessories because not everybody's going to want to use these, but they are there if you need them. Now, first you got grip enhancers. Now, grip enhancers are, if you've watched Major League Baseball, you watch some of these games where they got to keep their hands dry. These pitchers will often, throw a little chalk bag around. And essentially the same thing, just dries up the palms of your hand. That way you grip the disc better. Some of these discs are better to grip when they're a little bit, your hands are a little bit sweaty. Some of them are definitely not. You need that grippy feel, and if you need something like that, these grip enhancers will really help. Then you got the gloves. Not every disc golfer is going to want one of these. Some people it helps, but to me personally, it takes away. I need to be able to. I play a lot of finesse when I disc golf, and a lot of players, when you really need to throw a very, very particular throw at any given moment. Sometimes you need that finesse, and the gloves take away your capability of, feeling the disc, getting your hands correctly aligned on the disc for the right grip. And some of the gloves take away a little bit of that, but they do give you the additional grip. So you could always just carry some in your bag as a, if needed basis or something like that. I think that I see some disc golfers use them extensively, and that's fine. It works for them, but it may not work for everybody, which is why I threw it in the bonus category as well. And then last but not least for the bonus category is rangefinders. This is really just going to depend on you and whether or not you feel a use for it. Disc golfers who are really trying to up their professional game, want to get into it as far as playing in tournaments and stuff, may find more use for these things than I do. The rangefinder really comes in good after that first throw, and you really want to just kind of tell how much distance you got left between you and the basket. So hey, if you want one and you need it, more power to you. I figured it was worth listing on the bonus list as well, because there are disc golfers out there who find them very useful. Now, I also want to bring this up for you music lovers out there. When you're out there disc golfing, you want to listen to some music, get you a portable speaker. Now, I know this one here particularly is pretty big, but it fits right up here in this top pouch in my bag. It's battery powered, obviously, and it works really good on Bluetooth. I just connect my phone to it, and that way I can jam out to my favorite tunes while I'm out there throwing discs. I mean, music makes everything better. It just does. It is what it is. So there you have it, my fellow disc golfers. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me. Do me that much. I would really appreciate it. For all of you that, hey, if you got some accessories or something you would like to add to the list, definitely hit me up in the comments. Other people can see that as well as myself. Questions, concerns, things of that nature. I'll chip in my own 2 cents whenever I can. So definitely feel free to do that. Really appreciate everybody watching OK Disc Golfer today, and have a fantastic week. We'll see you out on the course.